Thank you very much. I never imagined that we would be rescued by soldiers of an enemy nation. There was no way we'd cut down innocent priests being forced to fight against their wills.
Father, we bear no ill will toward the kingdom of Dain itself. We wish only to reclaim the homeland which was unjustly taken from us. That is the reason we fight. We had no desire to invade this land. If nothing else, please believe that.
I beg your pardon. May I have the favor of your name?
Elincia Rydell Crimea. I'm the sole survivor of the Crimean royal family.
Oh, you... let us give thanks that you are alive and well. And please, I beg your understanding as well. There are many Daeans who do not support the king's actions.
I understand.
My young general, this is for you. Huh? As thanks for saving our lives. The Asherah staff. You will only get this if you did not kill any priests. You have to have all 18 still alive at the end of the chapter, like I did right here. I showed you exactly how to do it, and this is your reward. So what is the Asherah staff? The S-ranked staff in the game. Range total. It covers the entire map. It's a staff that restores all HP to all allies, as well as restoring their conditions to normal. So, like if they were silenced or asleep or anything like that, they get turned immediately back to normal, and every ally gets their HP fully restored. You get 3 uses of this staff. It is absolutely incredible. But we'll be sending it to the convoy for right now. We will probably be using that towards the end of the game, though. Now it's time to search this place.
My Lord Ike, may I join you?
Sure, why not? Everyone's lending a...
Ike, where are you?
Mist? I'm over here.
Ike, this way, quickly. Rayson's in trouble.
What? Rayson, what is it?
He's been like this from the moment he set foot in this room. He's just staring at the walls.
What is all this?
Every wall has the same pattern on it.
It's not a pattern. It's an ancient language. All chants and spells and magic scrolls are written thusly. Can you read it, Soren? Some, but not all. Spells are simple, whereas this is a complex narrative. I think Prince Rayson could read it. I bet this is the same language that Leanne was speaking. It is. It's the Seren's language. Their chants are all in this language too. So, Rayson is reading what's written on the walls? It appears that way. Shall we leave him be? There's a lot of writing here. This could take hours.
I think that's a good idea.
Ike! What is it? From what I could gather, I think a person was locked in this room sometime in the past. You don't know who it was, do you? I wasn't able to read enough of the writing, but I found this under the bed. Is this... I think it may have belonged to whoever was imprisoned in this room. I apologize. I took up much of your time. Rayson, you don't look so good. Why don't you rest for a bit? No, I'm fine. It's more important that we talk. About the owner of this feather. Was it in that room? Soren found it. Whose was it? Lilia, my older sister. The writing on the walls is hers.
You have an older sister too?
Will you tell us about it? She was kidnapped 20 years ago, on the night of the Serena's massacre. I thought that Lilia had been murdered along with my other brothers and sisters. I believed that, until today. Who took her? The walls say only that he was a large human. She probably never knew who he was. He thrust a clan treasure at her and demanded that she use her magic to revive the thing sealed inside it. He exhorted her again and again, but to no avail. Lilia refused his request every time, because she did not possess that power.
Someone wanted to revive the Dark God?
Shortly after she was brought here, Lilia fell ill and collapsed. I'm not surprised. It was a terrible time. She was imprisoned in that tiny room with no view of earth or sky.
Oh, that's... Mist. I'm sorry, I just feel so sad for Lilia, and for Rayson too.
I beg your pardon. Let me continue. A young Bjork began coming to the room to care for Lilia. She had bluish hair and blue eyes, and her heart was unusually pure for a Bjork. In time, Lilia and she came to be friends, and shared a mutual trust. Lilia decided to entrust her hopes to the woman. They shared no common language, so it did take some time. But eventually, the Bjork woman understood what it was Lilia wanted, which was to take the treasure and the song and flee this temple.
Brother!
Was there anything else written about this Bjork woman? A name, perhaps? It's translated into our language. It was probably Elena?
I knew it! Mother! It was our mother! What? Are you sure?
My mother's name was Elena. Like me, her hair was blue, as were her eyes. Rayson, the object you referred to as your clan treasure was an aged bronze medallion, wasn't it? How do you know that? The medallion became my mother's keepsake. The song, too. My parents both gave their lives to protect it. Ike, you and Mist are Elena's children? Then Laurent's medallion is here? The medallion was stolen. Probably by Dayan. It can't. This is unbelievable. Can a thing like this be chance? To be honest, I don't fully understand all that's happened, but it all makes sense. It all comes together.
Mist? That's the song. But the melody's a little different, isn't it?
It's similar to the song that Rayson and Leanne sang in the forest. My mother used to sing it as a lullaby. It is the song of release, the one Lilia entrusted to Elena.
But I wore the medallion and sang that song almost every single night, and nothing ever happened.
The magical effect of the song is awakened by the power of the singer. It can't be unleashed by just anyone. The true song of release can only be sung by a girl named Altena. Lilia wanted your mother to take the melody to Altena and return the medallion to its rightful place in Serenus Forest. The story is becoming clearer and clearer. My father fled Dayan to protect my mother, who was carrying the amulet. Ike, how did you know? Volk told me. He told me about my father's past, and the amulet, and the Dark God, too. So you know everything. King Ashnard took Lilia, didn't he? That would be the final piece of the puzzle. After all, the man who found my father was the king's henchman. Ike, are you saying you know who killed Commander Grail? You never said anything about that. We all thought his murderer was unknown. Why didn't you say anything? I don't know. I never felt like talking about it. He was a Dayan soldier, wasn't he? Who was it? Who was the man who killed Commander Grail? Ike, tell me! Can we discuss this later? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Up to this point, we've all been fighting for the liberation of Crimea. Even if we now add to the To that, the stopping the Dark God from being released and punishing Commander Grail's killer, our enemy remains unchanged. King Dain and his henchmen are the ones we must defeat.
It's mysterious, isn't it? I mean, Raisin said the same thing earlier, but could all this really be mere coincidence? The fall of Crimea, Ike's parents, the death of Raisin's sister, the fact that everything leads back to Dain.
If true, it changes the meaning behind this war. The treatment of Lilia is one thing, but the assassination of the former apostle, the framing and destruction of my nation? If it was all part of Dain's plan to steal the medallion and the song, then the reason I fight. What a note to end the chapter on. What an amazing chapter. This game just keeps getting better and better, and we will see how it continues to get better in the next chapter, which we'll be taking on in the next time. So I will see you guys then when we take on chapter 23.